Hi, I'm G.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are
The Bin Pickers. How you guys doing today?
Good, good.
Oh, good, good, good.
Okay, so...
It's not till Sunday. We don't have a haul.
No, haven't been to the bin.
No.
So, the last couple weeks, we really busted out a whole bunch of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've done tons of exercise. We did the bras. We worked pretty hard.
Yeah, we have.
And yesterday, we sold one thing.
On the women's.
On the women's.
Yeah. I think 2 things on the men's.
And 2 things on the men's. Okay.
By low best offer.
And then, yeah. And then woke up this morning and had some really low offers, and that's it.
That's it.
And I said, we need to hold an emergency McDonald's meeting.
So we went to McDonald's.
So we loaded up the kids. We went to McDonald's.
And we had our meeting.
Got a drink.
Of what are we doing? Not what are we doing, but what are we going to do?
Wait, what are we doing?
What are we doing? So
with eBay, it really keeps just getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Right. For
us, anyways. I mean, we've done this for a long, long time.
So 18 years we've done it, and probably for about 15 of those years, every time we send out exercise, every time we send out bras, it's always like a big money maker for us. Always has been. I mean, obviously over the years it's gone a little bit more down. And it was always like our go-to, want to make some money, want to, sell some stuff. That's what we would send out.
Right.
Always, right? So for about 15 years, that's always been. So in our experience, for us, that's always been good for us. And then that's actually what I've worked on. Well, I listed those bras. It started Thursday. And then till yesterday, I listed about 250, right? About that. New listings, right? Including the bras out to auction and then all the exercise stuff. So about 250 new listings, not relist. I did relist some stuff, but that didn't count in my numbers. So 250 things. And I think we sold about 6 of those things, maybe 7.
Yeah.
That I listed. Which is
this
unreal.
But this is supposed to be the busy time. This isn't the slow time when summer starts and people are outside and not buying stuff. This is supposed to be the good time, and this is the bad time.
And we understand, not as much for used clothing, because a lot of people are thinking gifts and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's always been still okay time for us.
We've done this for years and years and years.
Right, so we're not making this going, okay, yeah, we've only done this for like 2 years or whatever, 3 years, whatever. We actually do have a lot of experience.
Well, every year, though, I've seen it. It gets harder. We have to work harder to make a little less.
Right.
Every year.
It's true.
But where we're at now is we're really far down here. And what I'm afraid of is come January, the rates are going to go up. Back when we started, it was a couple of dollars to send something priority. You know what I mean? And I don't even know how much the rates are going up.
Like flat rate mailer, they didn't have the paddeds then. They just had the flat rate envelopes. That was like $3.25, I think is what it was, or maybe $3.95. Maybe it was $3.25 when we first started. So if you had to send them like that, okay, it was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Now that's obviously $7.20 for that or something like that. I guess with your eBay discount, it's like $6.30 or something for a regular flat rate. For the paddeds, it's $6.90. Is that right?
But in January, those rates are going up. And I think they're going up like a bunch, not just a little.
Well, and then also the first class shipping is going to go on zones, not just like regular first class, wherever you ship it, it's going to be whatever. It's going to go on zones. So obviously if you ship it closer, it's going to be cheaper further away. So obviously it's going to be harder for us too to sell stuff further away because the shipping's going to be more expensive as opposed to somebody that's close to them. Right. It's going to be cheaper if you're doing first class. So that'll be something. Even if people do free shipping, they're going to have to calculate that into their price. So all prices are kind of going to go up. So it just makes it harder.
Yeah. And it makes postage more. So then
And usually when postage rates go up, like you were saying, eBay usually raise their rates too.
Right.
So I'm sure we'll be looking for another email from eBay soon saying rates will go up
Yeah.
or fees will go up, which obviously they're really pushing that promoted listings because it's like all on the page. It's all like, oh, hey, it's eligible for promoted listing. So they're really pushing that on you. So that makes it harder too. You know, you're already paying store fee. They want you to do promoted listings, which when I only do 1% anyway, so it's not that much, but it's still 1%, right? I mean, still more fees that you're paying. So overall for us, it's been a lot harder to sell stuff. Right?
And it's going to get harder.
Right, and people ask, like,
It's
why
not
do
gonna
we
get
send out
better.
auction? Well, unfortunately, we have to send out auction. We have to sell stuff. If we don't sell stuff, even if it's just $10, $5 here and there, then we don't make anything, right?
Right.
So we have to sell some stuff every day. You know, obviously, this is what we chose to do for a living, so you have to do what you got to do, right?
But I think that eventually, and I think it's not going to be that far down the road, where there is no more eBay for people like us. I think that
like for used clothes, I agree.
I think that will be gone. It'll just be the big businesses, you know, the Nordstrom or whatever, that will be left.
Like Target's
you know what I
on
mean?
there.
Yeah.
Other big, I don't know if Nordstrom is, but
Oh,
yeah,
they're not on there?
I don't.
Okay,
I
well,
don't.
companies
Bigger-
like that,
right.
and I think that will be gone. And eBay's wanted that for a while.
They
for
have.
quite a while anyways. I
Right.
mean, all their things catered to them, and, you know, so...
Where they can absorb like returns and stuff like that because they are obviously making a bunch more money on other stuff. So
Yeah.
big companies can obviously absorb the cost of doing business or whatever eBay always tells you if you have to take a return.
Yeah.
It's the cost of doing business. But, you know, when you're you know, like sellers like us, or I'm talking like not big box store, you know, it's
Right.
harder to absorb those costs. Does that make sense?
Right.
So our emergency meeting
Yeah.
also included lunch.
So we're gonna keep doing eBay obviously as long as we can, but I'm starting to get nervous, especially after the rates go up and stuff, that there's not going to be much left, you know.
Right.
So we need to start
Right. So
venturing out into something different, because I don't want to wait till we have no sales
right.
on eBay to start figuring out, okay, well, what are we going to do now, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You know, so we had all the kids and we're like, okay, what can we work on? Right?
You should have heard some of their ideas. Because what was Rye's idea?
Coffee. He's like, coffee, you should start your own coffee thing. And we're like,
Well,
what are we going to get stuff from the bin to make coffee?
Well, he was thinking like, oh, what do
Bin coffee.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would work very good.
Just scrape the stuff out of the bottom of the bin for the coffee.
That's so gross.
I'm like, yeah.
Well, they're giving us
That
these
probably won't
ideas
work very
like
good.
Rhett and Link do too. You know, like have you watched their videos, like the stuff
Yeah.
that they do? And we're just like, nah, you know. But so then they were, then we were talking serious about like what can we do? You know, what else can we do? You know, we got to think outside the box ourselves.
Right.
Not just get stuff that we don't usually get. That's for us, like thinking outside the box. But, you know, we did buy the pallet of return stuff.
Yeah, if you've seen that video, we bought a pallet, and I haven't sold one thing out of it. I didn't try to sell anything. We actually just put it in a room, actually, and haven't even
We
tried.
have like an office, and that's where like all that stuff is. So we're like, hey, let's do that on Macari.
So we had that, yeah, and the shipping will be cheaper on Macari. So, you know, I got new blenders and stuff. People might want to buy that kind of stuff now for Christmas presents. So I think we'll spend a little time listing some stuff on Macari, not clothes items, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, probably not clothes. We might
Right.
do a Poshmark, do some more listings on Poshmark, maybe a few like little boxes, mystery boxes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We might do something like that.
Yeah, we could try some.
Just because the shipping is a lot cheaper over there compared to even Macari.
Yeah.
You know, for like the £5 rate. Because I can't put those blenders and stuff on Poshmark.
No?
No.
It's only clothes.
And like accessories, yeah.
A blender's an accessory, right?
No, it's not.
Not that kind of
So we were
accessory.
thinking like, okay, what besides eBay, like what can we do? Okay, well we can do the Macari stuff, we can list that stuff, we can do some stuff on
And we have
Poshmark.
that stuff, so...
Right.
And we got to do something with it anyway, so...
Right.
But at one time we actually looked into like the antique malls or whatever.
Like flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you set your stuff up there, and we considered doing that.
And then now we're like, we really should have done it.
We should have done that, but
because we do have some stuff that would be good for that. But then I don't want to go to the bin and start thinking of, oh, I want to, stock my booth with stuff, and then you're getting different stuff than you would sell on eBay. So, yeah, we're just like, change. We got to figure out something different.
Yeah.
It's like we never really had to worry about it. We just never did too much because we always did well on eBay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we,
and there were slow times on eBay. There always was.
Right.
But I mean, 18 years we've done this. I've never seen like this. It was like you work hard and it works out. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And we've worked really hard, and it was like, yikes.
Well, I seriously, I was, crying yesterday. I felt like, so I listed 60-somethings yesterday, right? And usually when I'm listing stuff and posting it out, you might get...
You'll sell some along the way.
Right.
Always do.
Always. It's always been like that.
When you when you're sitting down and actually list that much, you always sell a couple things, and then you're like, yeah, I already sold something,
Yeah, and then you feel good. And then it was like, oh my gosh, I haven't sold anything. I haven't sold anything. And finally, about 10:30 last night or something, my phone went ching, we were going to bed. I'm like, oh, I got an offer. Woo, I'm taking it. I don't care what it is.
And that was the only thing that was sold on the women's yesterday, that one thing. So,
yeah, I guess so for us, we're just like, okay, we got to, eBay has always, like you said, had the slow times. And we've never worried, I guess, as much as we have, the last few weeks.
Right.
How different it is compared to last year, the year before.
Well,
the
you
last
could see
18 years, right?
Every year, though, you could see it would get harder and harder and harder and harder. But you still were doing great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now it's actually the first time we're like, what are we going to do when eBay's gone for us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And, we've done Poshmark. We put stuff on there and you sell some, but it's not like a save all.
It's getting
or
more
anything.
competitive over there too, because a lot of people are leaving eBay and they're going to Poshmark. So it's getting a lot more flooded over there, just like eBay. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it used to be either, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, I've only sold on there for 2 years, so, and I don't have that much experience with that, but
yeah.
Maybe we should start listing some single stuff on Mercari. I don't know. All these different things. So we're just like, well, what can we do?
Well, we're going to try some different things and see.
Let's find some houses to flip. Just kidding. It's a joke. It's freezing. Could you imagine working on a house right now? It's so cold.
Well, turn the heat up.
Turn the heat up.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we got to do. We've done a few houses and... I'm not sure that here is the place to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
In Indiana, so
we'll see. Yeah, we don't know. We're just putting this out there, hey, yeah.
Well, one of the suggestions was pack up our stuff and travel across the country, and I'm like, no, we did that.
And Rose was like, no. She was like, no way. I think the little boys wouldn't care, but so. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going for everybody else. I haven't really been on Instagram either. I'm just kind of staying off there. I just, you go on there and it's almost like a downer when I go on there for some reason. I don't know why. I guess for us too, we have done it for so long and for so many years it was just us. And it was just, you know what I mean? Between you and me kind of thing. Does that make sense? So it's a lot different now. With social media and everything else, it's a lot different.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
It does. You know. And we'll get a few people that will say, oh, it's because you did these videos. That's why eBay falls apart. But we have such a small handful of people that watch us. Just...
That we're thankful for.
Well, no,
I'm not saying we're not
thankful for them. But
no, but there's so many other... I think it's cool now, too. People used to just go to eBay to buy used clothes. Where else are you going to buy used clothes if you don't want to go to the thrift store or something? Right. Well, you can buy them online. And
but now there's so many thrift stores. There's so many bins. I mean, look at the bins are
right
everywhere, which they didn't used to be.
And it's cool to go to a
everywhere.
thrift store. I think a lot of people, are more like, hey, I'll go to the thrift store. I don't need to go online to buy my stuff. So, it's all a factor of things.
Yeah.
Many things.
It's sad for me, though. I don't get to go to the bin because we don't need any more stuff. I got a bunch of stuff. We just got to...
He's going to figure out how he can go tomorrow, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Aren't you?
Well, I want to go.
It's fun to go because sometimes you get stuff that is actually like, hey, I know I can sell this. Do you know what I'm saying? So then that's always exciting. It's just, I guess we also need to be a lot more selective. Like you used to be able to sell it last year, but obviously,
and that's
I know
hard for
times
us.
change.
We still get stuff that's like, used to sell it really good and now it doesn't.
But how do you not get like North Face jackets and stuff like that? Like, how do you not get that stuff? It's still expensive at the store. It still has some resale value, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you not? It's just, and I know people are going to say too, like times change, what people want, styles change. Like we don't really get stuff that's in style as much anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Everything I get's in style.
Right, but we were talking about before. Some people go to eBay because it's something that they had years ago or whatever and can't find it now, stuff like that. Or they had a favorite.
But like you said, there's so many people on there now that have new stuff and they have tons of it.
And
really cheap, free shipping, that it's hard to compete with that too.
It is hard. I mean, and I looked up, okay, so I was putting on really quick, I'm just going to give an example. An Under Armour NCAA women's conference or champion game or whatever it was. Under Armour NCAA women's polo shirt.
I remember taking the picture.
So I looked it up really quick just to kind of look at comps. Somebody has a shirt on. It's not a polo shirt. It's a t-shirt. New with tags, $2. Buy it now. $2 with $3.25 shipping or something like that. $2. Buy it now. I just like, after you pay your fees, like how do you on $2?
Even if you got the item for free and then you pay your fees on $2, you make nothing. I mean, because you also have the cost of the whatever you're going to send it in, the labels, ink, whatever you use. I mean, plus your eBay store, so you lose money.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't think they were like a big seller on there, but I was just amazed at that. I'm like, $2. And a lot of the stuff I was looking up, I'm like, how? I mean, you can't even, even if you're getting at the bin, you can't sell it for $2, right?
Not make money, no.
Right. And $3.25 shipping. I mean, So anyway, I don't know. So that was like frustrating for me too. I was frustrated. Like, it's hard. Like, you want to price stuff competitively, but I feel like I have to price higher because I want to make room to accept offers. So like that's another hard thing. I'm like, we should just do it like we used to. I put it on for a price. That's the price I wanted. Then we could eventually go on sale instead of doing a best offer. I don't know. So I don't even know. We get lots of suggestions too, and we try different stuff, different pricing, different best offer, different sales, different this, different that. We've tried a lot of stuff, send stuff out to auction. It's just...
We used to send everything out to... They didn't even have buy it now.
They didn't have buy it now.
I mean, there wasn't even a buy it now. So everything went out to auction. And we always started at like $4.99, $5.99. Pretty reasonable price start, everything.
Yeah.
And we had so much stuff sell so good. But that's gone.
That's gone. But anyway, so yeah, that was just our thoughts in our meeting, our McDonald's meetings. And with straws. We still have straws here in Indiana.
Yeah.
Because California, they don't have straws, do they? I saw one of the cities here, they're going to ban plastic bags.
Yeah.
I'll feel like I'm in California all over again. I'll have to bring my own bags. Or I'll forget I'm going to have to pay 10 cents a piece.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's always funny, though. It's like, no plastic bags, but you can buy them. Yeah. Because that's not going to pollute the environment if you buy the bag. Maybe you're like, going to take better care of it. You're not just going to litter it if you pay for it.
Well... If I pay for bags or don't, and I don't normally pay for bags, I still don't just throw them outside.
That's true. We find many things to do with them. Trash bags when we sort the stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, didn't mean to get off on
that's
that
a little
thing.
off subject. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, we're still going to keep doing eBay. Obviously, as long as we can.
Well, we made a joke. We're like, we're going to have to do Unsold Sunday.
Yeah, we might have to do Unsold Sunday.
Not that we're...
And just show stuff that we didn't sell.
No.
But, no, I think... We're going to try at least Macari, putting on some of this palette stuff. It's blender. I don't even remember what we even got. I have to go back and watch a video again to remember all the stuff.
No, we just gotta go in that room and start pulling it out.
Or that.
Gotta pull it out, take pictures.
So I think we'll try that. Maybe people will want to buy some of that stuff because it could be more of a Christmas present than used clothing. Right?
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see.
We're gonna try it, and then we'll try a little bit harder on Poshmark, and still work on eBay a little, just not solely eBay, because that's mostly what we do. Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
So there's our little rant. Is that a rant? I don't know if it's a rant.
No, I mean I'm trying to be positive. It's just this is
We're just
reality.
Reality for us. Like we've never really.
It really
been
set
worried.
in like this morning. Like, yeesh, this is gonna end. But I've known it's.
He's
gonna
told me
end.
that. Like, okay, so 8 years ago, 5 years ago, it was probably 8 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe, that he started like, hey, eventually, it's going to be harder and harder. And then every year it's gotten a little bit harder, and then now he's like, I told you so.
It just feels like
come.
It feels like it's almost here now.
It does. It feels like.
And every year, though, it would get harder and harder, and you'd make less money and less money. I mean,
yeah.
Look at how much we used to make back in the day as opposed to now. I mean, it's
definitely right.
20% of what we used to make.
Yeah.
So 80% less than we used to make back then.
But I felt like the old days listing all this stuff, like really hard listing stuff. It felt like the old days for me, and I'm like,
and I really
can't do this. I'm in my 40s now. I'm not in my early 30s, late 20s, whatever.
I really thought if we really put in a lot of effort that, we'd sell a bunch of stuff. Because we haven't worked as hard as we could.
Correct.
But then the last couple of weeks we've been really buckling down, and then it didn't make any difference. And it's like, oh no.
Maybe we should just sit back and relax and not work so hard. Maybe we could still do fine. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we just want to share our feelings with you guys. Thanks for letting us talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's about it.
That's about it. Hope you guys are making good sales, though. I mean, other people are, so it's not just, I
think some people might be doing okay, but I don't think people are doing great. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they are.
I don't know.
Maybe if they're not selling clothes or something, maybe, and that's something we could do.
It's always going to be, if you have the right thing, the right
I look
time.
at the stuff, and it's like, sometimes obviously you find some stuff
in the
that
bin
you can sell, but
it's
clothes
hard.
is our thing. It's like that's
what I think it is. We have sold used clothing. I mean, basically since the beginning. I mean, we started with patches and we had hats and stuff, but since the beginning it was used clothing. So I guess that's our thing. It's not so much like, oh, eBay is going to be over for us, but eBay is going to be over for used clothing for us, I think, soon. I mean, maybe not tomorrow or whatever, but it's just, so then that's just a reality for us. We have to face reality and just be like, hey, obviously it's not,
yeah.
I don't know.
And, we'll find something else. I mean, we survived before eBay. We'll survive after, right?
We'll just go move in with my parents, live in the middle of nowhere in Montana, right? We could do that. We'll live off the land in Montana. What do you think?
They have a 2-bedroom house, and there's 7 of us.
That's true.
So.
But we could always do that. We'd always fall back on that.
Okay, well, I'm not ready to throw in the towel completely.
He's ready to get back to work.
Yeah. Okay,
let's go work instead of make this video.
If that's the next step, we're going to actually work a lot harder now.
No, okay.
So I better go get some pictures.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Hope you guys are making good sales, though.
Yeah,
getting good
I hope
stuff.
you guys are.
And having a great day. We're not trying to be negative in this video at all.
No, not trying
just
to be.
Reality for us. So we just wanted to chit-chat with you guys.
Over the weekend sales, though, I mean, we used to do 1,000 easy without even any effort, and it's like we don't even get to 1,000 anymore on the weekend,
Sometimes.
most of the time.
Well.
So.
What can you do?
Well, I don't know.
We'll see what happens this weekend.
So yeah, we'll work on some
maybe
other things
will just like this flip this.
And maybe,
whatever
I mean, even the rates, I mean, maybe things will get better. Maybe this is just like a fluke thing, or maybe it's just us. Maybe we're just getting all the wrong stuff, and that's why we're not selling it.
And it might be us.
I mean, maybe that is what it is. I don't.
I wouldn't
We've
be
done
surprised.
this a long time, so.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, yeah, and I know, markets change, people change, same thing. You can't get the same thing that you did last year or this year, when you're doing style stuff and everything else. But some things we do is like, I mean, exercise stuff is exercise stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, there's like, so that's not like that is like something that's in style. Does that make sense?
Right.
I mean, unless you're talking like a high-end brand of something really cool. But, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll stop talking.
Yeah, so we're just going to...
Thank you, guys.
We keep plugging away, but we're going to try the Macari Poshmark thing a little bit more.
We're going to try some
eBay a little
different
less.
stuff. And we'll let you know how it goes.
And we'll let you
That's
know.
what it'll be, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Try different stuff. Sometimes you got to try different stuff
We gotta take our
outside
own
the
advice.
box.
Take
right?
our own advice. Yep.
Yeah. That's what we're going to try.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank
God
you.
bless. Bye.